Hello my little crafty monsters, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is fabulous. So, in today's fabulous tutorial, we are going to go ahead and start off with our little paper crafting. And we are going to go ahead and do like a little Easter kind of treat box. And we're going to go ahead and make one of these little French fry boxes. Now, I know that it's easy to go ahead and make these little bad boys if you have the proper dies to make these, and these are the dies that we are going to be using. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I go ahead and put these into effect to make this little bad boy right here. And then obviously this is not really decorated, so there's nothing of an Easter element on here, but the one we are going to be making in the video today, that's the one that's going to be an Easter theme, and we're going to go ahead and make one of these. Now, don't feel bad if you guys don't have one of these dies or you guys can't get a hold of one of these dies. There is always an alternative to that. I mean, there is a fast food joint in every corner of our existence, right? So I went ahead and my little chubby butt went to go buy a little burger and I asked them to give me a small fry. So they gave me a small one because I wanted to go ahead and keep this little bad boy. Now, Carl Jr. is not sponsoring us, guys, so don't think that this is a commercial. But we went ahead and we kept this little bad boy right here. And we are going to go ahead and use this as a template to go ahead and make one of these little French fry boxes. And then we are going to go ahead and decorate this for the Easter theme as well. So I'm telling you guys, I mean, even if you guys don't have the dies to make this little bad boy, you guys could still definitely make this. There is no excuse, my little crafty monsters. So get your little butts over there and get your small fry. It comes with a treat. This craft comes with a treat. So go ahead and get yourself a small fry. Or if you have this little die or any kind of die, go ahead and make that. And then just go ahead and just decorate it for Easter. It's super, super cute. I'm going to show you guys 2 ways. But later on, I am definitely going to be making some more. So I will show you some other little Easter ideas with these little guys right here too. So anyways, let's not waste any more time because I know you guys want to get down and dirty with the crafting. So let's get down and dirty, boo-boos, and I will see you in a bit. Alrighty then, my little crafty monsters. Let's get down and dirty and make these little bad boys. So these are the dies that we are going to be using, and we did purchase these on eBay, but I do believe that they came from AliExpress because they came from China. So these are the little dies that we got. And then we also went to Carl's Jr. Now this is not sponsored by them, but we went to Carl's Jr. just to go order a small fry and maybe just a little burger for myself. And the reason why was because I just wanted that little, container that the fries come in, the fry box. So we're going to turn that into a template. So we're going to start off by doing our little blue paper, and we're going to go ahead and trace this little bad boy out. This is super duper easy, guys. I mean, it's just really tracing it out. And then when you're going to score it, same thing, guys. You guys will see how easy it is. So once you have this all traced out, then go ahead and cut this little bad boy out. Make sure that you follow the lines. I like to try to cut the lines, but if you do not cut the lines, because it's a little bit hard sometimes, you don't always get every single little part of the line, but you try. So if you don't worry, because you could go ahead and just erase that with an eraser, and that's going to go ahead and make those lines not visible. So once we have this cut, then we are going to go ahead and start to score this. But we will need the template as well to go ahead and score it. So we're going to go ahead and just erase all those little lines that you could see that were not cut. And then we're going to go ahead and get some little foams. These are foam sheets that you get at your Michael's or the Hobby Lobbies or Joann's, wherever it is that you guys find these little foam sheets. I did 3 little sheets to give it some cushion. Then I'm going to go ahead and place my cardstock down and the template on the top, and then I'm just going to fold and score. And it's just really the 4 scoring. It's actually 6 in total, but the little tabs, there's 4 tabs, and then you want to do that little kind of, it's sort of like a little crease. It's not even a straight line. It's, it's a little curved. And so now that you have all your lines scored, you could go ahead and just fold them, and that's how easy that was. So we're going to go ahead and put that aside, and we're going to get our Sizzix machine to go ahead and cut out the one that we are using with our die. And right here, you're just going to see me cut down the cardstock because the cardstock is way too big to fit into the Sizzix machine. So this is the part where I go ahead and I just cut that off. Once you guys have all those cut, then you are ready to go ahead and start to die cut. And so we are going to use the main base of the card, the little fry box, and we're just going to go ahead and cut that out in this pink cardstock. These are pink, I think it's called Pink Buttons by Recollections. Not 100% sure, but I do know that 3 colors of pink, 3 shades of pink come in there. And so this is an iridescent kind of like a, well, I wouldn't say iridescent. It's more like a pearlized white paper that you saw me cut. And that paper was going to be for the little lattice. Right here, I'm just cutting the yellow. I'm just cutting like the main bases. This is going to be the mat that's going to be going in front of each of these little fry boxes. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut 2 of each. Now for this one, this is the pearlized. Now this die doesn't actually cut out the actual shape. It just cuts out those little lattice kind of looking thingies in the inside. And so we're going to have to go ahead and run this twice. So first I'm going to go ahead and cut this into the paper once it's in the paper. Then I'm going to go ahead and use that, you know, the main die that cuts out the actual panel. That's just a straight panel. That one you're just going to use it to cut out this little lattice. You guys are going to notice what I'm talking about. And I keep calling it a lattice because it's just easier for me to describe. And so now you just run that main little die and that will actually make it cut out. Well, that'll cut it out actually. And so you're going to do the same thing for the back part of this little fry box. You guys will see how easy this is. And so now we're going to go ahead and do the back part. And it's the same process, you guys. You guys have to cut it through the paper. And then once it's cut on the paper, then you can go ahead and just center your little main die and then just cut it out. And the reason why I like to do that in steps instead of putting both dies together is because you will have a chance of the die shifting if you do have this die set actually. But if you don't have this die set, then this is just out the window for you guys. But if you do have it, the reason why I don't put them together is because you have that chance of that one die shifting a little and it's going to be uneven. This way you have a little bit more control on where you're cutting and it's going to make sure that it's a little even. So I thought I was going to be completely done with the Sizzix machine, but let's bring that baby back because we are going to definitely do the little borders on the fry boxes. You guys are going to see. Now, you guys do have to take in consideration that the fry box that we are using, the template from Carl's Jr., now that one is not going to be identically, well, it's not going to fit this little die set. But if you do have this die set and you do happen to go and get one of those little small fry boxes from your local restaurant, then you're going to notice that you could play around with it. You're going to see how I'm going to still use that die to decorate that one fry box that we did with the Carl's Jr. one. So you guys will see it's going to make sense once I start showing you guys what I'm talking about. So just have in hand that if you are going to be doing this without a die, then you want to consider either doing 2 templates so that you can go ahead and cut out the actual pieces from the fry box, and then you have to cut probably about 1/4 of an inch all the way around the same shape so that you can go ahead and make kind of like a little template, a little mat for your fry box. But in this case, like I said, guys, we are going to use this die set to kind of decorate that other one. It still looks cute. You guys will see. So right here, we're just putting everything together. We're putting the little border on the very top, and then I'm going to go ahead and lay that first mat down, and then I'm going to go ahead and just put glue on the edges of this little lattice and put that in front of the little yellow. That just kind of gives it this little cute look, and that paper is a white pearlized, so it kind of has this shimmer to it, and it kind of looks really, really nice. You guys are going to love that paper if you guys already have it. If you don't, they sell it at Michael's. It's a Recollections one. You guys definitely need to use that paper because it's cute. So right here, like I said, we're just going to go ahead and layer. And we're just doing the front parts of these fry boxes. We're not really going to worry too much about the back part. I'm not really doing anything in the back part, but if you want to do something, you guys could definitely do something for the back part as well. But for this case, we're just going to go ahead and focus in the front. And see how this is a total different fry box. This is not from the die, but this is the one that we made from our template. And for some reason, the back little border kind of fit perfectly on the very top. And then I just placed another little panel in front of that, the little mat. And I did the same thing for the front. Now the front looked a little bit more crazier because they have a different design in the front than the actual die one. It has kind of like a little design. So I just went ahead and I just cut out the little excess border and just made it fit. And once you put everything together, I mean, nobody's really going to notice that, you know, it doesn't fit. It's going to look cute. Trust me. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and put the lattice on top of that. And then once we put that on there, then we could go ahead and start putting these little boxes together once we're done with putting all of these proper layers together. And putting the little box together is kind of easy. So I like to go ahead and put those back flaps inward and then overlap the front lap towards the back. So then you kind of don't really see too much of a seam from the very front. And you have to hold those little tabs down because of the way this box is. It kind of pulls on them. So you want to make sure that you hold those down. So I just put, you know, one hand inside and then I just hold it for a few seconds, and once that glue holds, then just let it dry. You're going to do the same thing for the one that is the die cut. Same thing. I like to put glue on the very edges that are going to be meeting together, so this way it just has kind of like that little double glue. But you could use some double-sided tape, you could use some runner tape, whatever it is that you guys want to use. Definitely feel free to do that. But I always use liquid glue. If you guys notice, it's just always liquid glue. You can't even talk right now. Sorry. Liquid glue. There you go, guys. So now we are just going to take out some elements that we are going to go ahead and decorate the front of these little fry boxes with. One of them I'm definitely going to kind of make it still look like for a little boy, and the other one will definitely be for a little girl. So I will use some flowers. These are some little stickers that I had purchased from the Dollar Tree about a year ago. And it was, you know, I never really used them. But today I was like, you know what, I'm going to make a cluster of little Easter eggs. And I'm going to go ahead and do that as a background. And then right here, I just put that little sentiment that it already came with that says Happy Easter. And I'm going to go ahead and set that on some yellow cardstock. And then I'm going to cut a little tiny border on the outside. This is because we're going to use this to the very front vocal point of that one. And these are some little plastic rings that I got from, where did I get these from? I want to say Michael's. Yeah, I got them from Michael's. And so right here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut that little band part. And I'm going to cut it as close to the, you know, to the actual bunny as I possibly can. But these are kind of hard because they're so bulky. But anyway, I did good. And so we could go ahead and just use some hot glue to attach those little bad boys on there. I'm going to go ahead and just glue the little flower and then the little bunny. I'm not really going to get too crazy with this, you guys. You guys could get really elaborate with these decorations if you really want. But for some reason, I just wanted to keep it kind of like, you know, pretty simple. I didn't want to go too extreme. I think that adding that little plastic bunny in the very front is super duper cute. Plus it gives it a little 3D element. For the girl one, we are going to go ahead and add some little paper flowers, so that's going to look super cute on that one as well. This is this little metallic thread, and you guys have seen me do this little messy thread in some of my projects. This one was really hard to take out, so it was kind of like making me really upset because I couldn't find where the beginning or the end of this little string was, so I ended up using a different color. And this is just to give it that little metallic kind of extraness into the little treat box. It's not something that's really going to stand out too much, but it's just a little accent, and it actually looks really cute. In person, you could really see it, but on the camera, I don't really think that it's really, you know, picking it up that much. But anyway, so we're adding that, and then we are going to go ahead and just glue the little rabbit on top of that little double-sided tape that we use. And on the front of this little boy one, we're just going to use some dimensions, and we're going to go ahead and put that in the very front. And that one's actually completely done. I don't want to put too much on the little boy one because I just want it to be simple. The little eggs and the little bunny and the sign, I think it looks cute. For the little girl, because I don't want the bottom to be just plain like that, we are going to use some little paper flowers. And these little paper flowers, I'm going to try to keep them kind of like, well, I put red or pink. I don't know what color I grabbed, but I know I grabbed yellow and an off-white. I should have used maybe a blue to have kind of like kept that little feel to it, but I don't know. I think this was kind of, I should have used a little bit lighter of the little flowers, but anyways, we're just going to go ahead and go with this. So now these are some little box treats that I picked up from the store. I think these were from the 99-cent store. And then these bags, the little treat bags, I went ahead and I picked these up from Z. Michaels. And we're going to go ahead and use those to put the little chocolate eggs in there. And then we're just going to use those to put them into the little fry box. You do not want to really put too much of these because I did put too much in one and it was way too bulky. But for the most part, you want to go ahead and just, you know, not put so much. Either way, there are some parents that really don't want their kids to eat a lot of candies, or maybe there's people that shouldn't be eating that much candy, not because of weight problems. I'm talking about like health problems, so you never know. So, you know, a little candy is good. Welcome back, my little crafty monsters. That's how easy it was to make those little fry treat boxes, whatever you guys want to call them. But anyway, I hope that inspires you guys to make some of these little bad boys. And because it is super duper easy and you don't need to have the die, you guys could just go ahead and go get a template from your little fast food around. I mean, it doesn't have to be where I went. You guys could definitely go to the any other ones that are all around, because there's one around you. So anyways, I hope that inspires you guys. And if you guys do make some, go ahead and share it with us on our Facebook and our Instagram, because we would definitely love to see your creations. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and hit that little icon. It's the picture of moi. And we become BFFFFFs, because I know BFs is good, boo-boo. I know it is, but BFFFF is even better. And I know you guys want to be my BFF. So go ahead and hit that little icon. And since you're already there, hit the little bell icon and the thumbs up, because that will help us grow. And the little bell icon is going to help you to not miss out on new content that I put out there, because you guys don't want to be left behind. I know you guys don't. I mean, Easter is just around the corner, so you might as well get started on these little bad boys, right? So anyways, go ahead and share and tell a friend, because your friends also need to know how fabulous these tutorials are. And that's it for now, my little crafty monsters. Until next time, goodbye.